Hello and welcome to tonight's presentation of the best way to lose weight without exercise. I'm really excited to share this information with you because on a daily basis, I'm seeing people's lives transform using this very information. So I'm going to go ahead and straight away and share my screen and get today's presentation underway. So go ahead and type in for me into the chat box, what is your weight loss or health goal currently? Many people that I speak to, yes, they'd love to lose some weight, but they've often got another health concern going alongside that. It could be their digestive function isn't what they'd like it to be. It could be that their thyroid function is, hyperthyroid. It could be not being able to sleep correctly, having low energy levels. Anything that you're struggling with at the moment, type it into the chat box now because I'm interested to know what else other than just weight loss is it that you're after. Because as we're about to learn, I could have labeled this topic how to get healthy in order to lose weight rather than the typical meme that we're told, which is you need to lose weight to get healthy. I think that's the wrong way around. So also let me know whereabouts in the country you're tuning in from, or do we have anybody internationally on this evening? So the best way to lose weight without exercise and in the same instance, prevent diabetes, high blood pressure, and a number of other health issues in the process. Now, this is not about shaming anybody because I think a lot of what we've been told around eat less and move more is actually really harmful for people when it comes to trying to achieve permanent weight loss. And it leads to a level of shame. Whereas I feel we need to cultivate self-love. Our process is very much around improving the language that we use to ourselves, using things like affirmations to increase the self-love, the self-respect, self-approval that you need in order to heal your body. So if you're a lady over 40 and you've tried other things, or you feel like you've tried everything to lose weight, this presentation is for you, and well done for still believing that there is something out there for you. If you want to take ownership of your health in this uncertain world, this is also for you. Now is the time to learn what it takes to be healthy. All of our bodies are working for us all the time. They only know how to take us towards health. And it's just, we need to learn how to drive that car, if you know what I mean. Rather than looking externally to medical doctors, to pills, to supplements even, all of those things is looking out external to our body, which holds the wisdom in order to be able to achieve healing. And if you want to sleep deeper and have greater energy levels than what you currently have, this presentation is also for you. My promise to you to stay with me till the end is to help you get to the root cause of any health challenge that you're currently dealing with. So we're going to have some time at the end to have some question and answers because I want to help you get to the root cause of any health challenge you're dealing with, particularly the weight loss, but it might be other health challenges as well. And I want you to complete this sentence for me. So if you could get to the root cause and really deal with the stubborn weight or the energy issue or the inability to sleep, what would that enable you to do in life? Have a think and write it down in the chat box. The things that I typically hear is you'll have more confidence. You'll have more ability to be active and mobile with your grandchildren. You'll be able to spend more time doing the things you love, like gardening or walking, because there's going to be less strain on your joints that might be uncomfortable at the moment. I just want to really reiterate what this isn't. This isn't a quick fix. There's going to be no magic weight loss pills. It's not a prescription of starving yourself. There's no meal replacement shakes. This is a sustainable way of learning how to have a lifestyle that brings about good health and which your body returns to optimal weight. But we are going to fast track that for you, and you're going to see just how successful this has been for many, many people. You might be a little bit shocked by the results because they are a little bit atypical. We typically think you can lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, but we're seeing people lose between 15 and 30 pounds in just 6 weeks. So much, much quicker than what the conventional wisdom of how weight loss should go is. So if this currently resonates with you and you're feeling like you've tried lots of diets before and maybe they've worked short term, but you've always put the weight back on, perhaps you're tired of the aching in your back and in your knees. And some people also suffer with high blood pressure or blood sugar problems. Maybe you've noticed that if you miss a meal, you get really irritable, a bit hangry. Those are symptoms of blood sugar dysregulation. And this is also going to improve if you come on board and join us with our program, or you just take advice from today's webinar. I want to tell you that it's not your fault. You've been believing the old model of thinking, which doesn't work for many people, particularly those over 40. The calories in, calories out model that is posted all over the internet. You hear it on the mainstream media from the doctors and the nutritionists that get onto mainstream media. Eat, move, more, less. Eat less, move more. Sorry, I've got that wrong twice now. Calories in, calories out. It just doesn't work. It can get short-term success. And if you're in your 20s and you have a good metabolism, sure. But once you get over 40, and what I've seen time and time again is people need to rebalance their hormones and reset their nervous system in order to shift stubborn weight. And here's why I say that. This is Sue. We're going to hear from Sue later. She was trying high-intensity boxing training. She was trying to cut her calories. Nothing was working. She was getting more and more stressed out, having more digestive symptoms. And, our simplistic approach, taking out the exercise, bringing her into a calmer nervous system state. And I get this message from her. It's amazing. The lightest I've been for years. Belly okay, still problems, but I know it's early days. And this is her getting into, down to the bottom of the 10-stone mark that she hadn't been there for years. So the good news is that there is a simpler way to solve the stubborn weight issue, and I'll walk you through it in this webinar. The key to your success, in my opinion, is to join a supportive community that hold each other accountable, where people are on the same path, looking to grow, to learn, and to support each other on a health journey. When that's the case, in 6 weeks' time, you'll be able to slip right into your favorite clothes again. And I love this comment that we had recently in our community group. I'm loving the weight loss and the change in body shape. Going to my wardrobe is like going shopping for free every day. And the best part, you don't even have to enter the local gym or your local boot camp. This is completely achieved without any intense exercise. And, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I've now witnessed hundreds of people finally lose the stubborn weight and keep it off using this method. And I'm so pleased to be able to share it with you today. So my name's Dan Trussler. This is a picture of my beautiful partner, Holly, here, and our 2 wonderful sons, Teddy and Bowden. And just a little bit about me. So I'm best known for helping people over 40 lose between 10 and 35 pounds in 6 weeks, achieve a greater level of health, vitality, keep the weight off, and have a greater energy levels as a result. But I know I'm also a registered osteopath, functional medicine practitioner, and the founder of the Ancestral Health Clinic in Tiptree. This is me here when we used to be able to travel. This is over in Toronto, learning from some of the best functional medicine minds in the world. But it wasn't always like that. I know what it's like to suffer with your health. I grew up through my teenage years and into my 20s suffering debilitating eczema. And I was looking externally. I was believing what the doctors told me, that steroid cream was the only solution, that, it was my genetics, that I had this predisposition to having cracked, dry, weeping skin on my hands. And the breaking point for me was when I was training to be an osteopath and I was refused to practice the hands-on manual therapy techniques at college because of how bad the eczema was on my hands. And at this moment, that was when I made a commitment to myself. I made a commitment to change. I made a commitment to learn how to feel in control of my body rather than feeling like it controlled me. And what prompted me was meeting other practitioners, some doctors, some osteopaths that are out there in the world helping people heal from all kinds of medical issues without the use of drugs and surgeries, breaking free from that medical model. Maybe this message for you tonight is your moment where you commit to change and commit to living a more fulfilling life. Through that time, I learned how important the food is that we eat, both for the quality of our skin, in my case, and also the amount of fat that we store. And I've certainly seen my body composition change as I've implemented the steps that we're going to go through today. Now my skin is recovered, and now I'm helping many other people reclaim their health, lose weight, and feel great. So this is like Louisa, who was feeling fat, fed up, and woolly-headed when she came to see me. But thanks to an improved diet, plenty of rest, and therapy with myself, she's now lost 3 stone, feels very positive, and sleeps really well. Once you take the initial steps to recovery, it becomes easier and easier. Just do it. Now, Louisa, this photo was taken about a year ago now, and I know she's gone on to lose further weight and feel even better because she has the knowledge and the understanding of how to keep her body well. This is a message I saw recently from Martin. Martin, since joining us, he's managed to lose 4 stone in 4 months and is still losing that daily, as you can see from the messages there. And he's confident that he's going to hit his further milestone that he wants to lose a further 2.5 pounds of weight. And not only that, but he's feeling a whole load better, got greater energy levels, and is just a completely more positive person than when he started working with us. You see, you, Louisa, Martin, and I are similar. I'm no superhero. I'm just a regular person who had a health issue that the doctors could do nothing about. I found a way to learn how to look after my body so that if I can recover my health, so can you. And just imagine what that would do for you. Imagine being able to get back into those clothes that you have kept in the wardrobe, hoping that one day you'll be able to fit it into them. Imagine losing the aches and pains in your low back into your knees and being able to get down on the floor and play with your grandchildren. Imagine having confidence that you're not going to live your last 20, 30 years with diabetes, with high blood pressure, and with the other health-related issues that come alongside being overweight. Imagine what it's going to do for you. How we're going to achieve that is by these 3 simple ways of turning your fat burning switch back on. So you have 3 hormones in the body that largely promote fat storage. So they're insulin, estrogen, and cortisol. Now, you may have heard of these hormones, and there are also fat burning hormones, such as growth hormone. However, if there are any rises in the fat storing hormones, that will overpower those fat burning hormones. So the key part of this is to keep these fat storing hormones in check so that we can ramp up the fat burning and we can use fat as a fuel source. So let's take insulin. Insulin is triggered largely by eating carbohydrates. It's also triggered by stress. And what does nearly everybody eat for breakfast? Even when they're on a diet, they eat some kind of cereal, whether it's some kind of healthy muesli cereal or just a regular, what we got here, some kind of frosted flakes. They're all going to still raise insulin because they're largely carbohydrate based. Now let's have another look at the calories in, calories out model. Let's take these 2 foods here. So we've got a lovely freshly caught fish there, and then we've got a fruit smoothie on the other side. Let's say that they're calorifically the same, so they have the same amount of calories in them. They're going to have a different effect on your hormones. The fish, being largely consistent of fat and protein as its macronutrients, is not going to cause a rise in insulin. So that's not going to spike your fat storing hormones. Whereas the fruit and the sugar does have quite a lot of carbohydrates, and it is going to give a spike to your insulin. So can we see from that example that, the calories in, calories out model, because of the effect on hormones, it's never going to hold out. Not all calories are created the same. And let's put that into a case study. So let's meet Michelle. Michelle was following a really clean eating plan, but she wasn't able to lose weight. Having gone through our program and balanced these hormones and got her fat burning hormones triggered, this is what she posted in August. She's gone on to lose further amount of weight since then. But if someone had told her in April, when lockdown began, that she would then get into the 10 stone category by August, she would never have believed them. And as you can see here, she's gone from being in the obese category to now being in the normal weight category for her height. What an amazing achievement. So if you want to achieve these same results, you must de-stress your body. And this is the next hormone that was on the fat storing hormones, cortisol, which is released from our adrenal glands and is our stress response. So let's look at that in comparison to Graham here, who you can see. This is his body shape changes over a 12-week period. He went on to lose over 20 pounds in weight. And we can see here, just in the first 6 weeks, he's lost over 13 kilograms. In fact, I believe he went on to lose over 30 pounds. And not only that, but even the first 3 weeks of the program, his blood pressure from being in the raised category here, averaging around 140 over 90 at the top, we can see within 3 weeks, it's then down to 113, 14 over the late 70s, completely normal blood pressure within 3 weeks of following a dietary and lifestyle program. Now, another thing to bear in mind is that much of our toxins that are stored in our body are stored in fat tissue, and large amounts of inflammation too. So we have to be able to detoxify in order to encourage the body to feel confident enough to release its fat stores. So the solution in order to do that, we have to reduce exposure to toxins in the first place. Ideally, we'd like to eat organic food because a lot of the toxins come from the chemicals that are sprayed on our food. Clean water is important too. You want to try and avoid plastics where possible. Have a look at your personal care products and see whether any of those have nasty chemicals in. And we're going without eating overnight. We encourage a 16-hour intermittent fasting window. Again, when the body's not digesting food, it can work on the detoxification pathways. Okay, so we're going to listen to another case study here. Sandra was actually one we heard from before. What we're going to do here is stop that one. And we're going to share, hopefully, a different screen. Sorry about this. Okay, here we go. Quick time. This is actually Sue. Sue's the one we heard from before. We're going to hear from Sue today. A real amazing story from Sue there. A really inspiring story from Sue there, and I'm sure resonates with some of you that maybe have put some of your symptoms or all of your symptoms down to the menopause. But she now feels empowered because she can, understand how she has a lot more control over her symptoms than what she once believed. So the overall solution that I'm presenting to you is to become part of a supportive group that are working towards a common goal. Reduce your exercise levels initially to lower the amount of stress and lower those cortisol levels. You want to really focus on improving your sleep quality. It's the reason why I'm wearing these glasses at the moment, to lessen the effect of bright light in my eyes. You want to eat balanced meals, work with a coach, and have strategic intermittent fasting. Now, this is all covered in our solution. The other benefits I've witnessed from people that have go through our program, on top of the significant, rapid, permanent, and safe weight loss, is a reduced requirement for blood pressure medication, a reversal of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, your thyroid blood markers coming back into the normal range, and the reversal of pre-diabetes. So some fantastic health resolutions that can happen in a short period of time. We're talking 3 months. So I'd love to know what your biggest takeaway so far from the presentation is. And if it's okay with you, I'd like to present to you the Metabolic Mastery Program. Because in my experience, no matter what you're looking to achieve, it's very, very difficult to go at it alone and achieve great success. Nearly everybody that I know has a coach. All the top sports people in the world all have more than one coach. And even successful businessmen, anybody achieving any success with health, they need a coach to guide them along the way. And even better than that is to have a group of supported people that are all working together and supporting one another on the path that they're all on. So what makes our approach unique? We focus not only on the physical nutrition side of things, but we're going to provide for you a complete mental, physiological, and physical transformation. It results in permanent results. This is not a short-term fix. This is creating sustainable long-term change for you. It's going to address and correct the underlying core problems. It's going to address and correct the underlying causes and not just mask symptoms. It can be done remotely by anyone. It doesn't require exercise to lose weight. We've got that supportive network, group accountability, and you just eat real food, no meal replacement shakes, and you develop sustainable, healthy habits that you can take forward into the rest of your life. So working with us, there are 2 options. You can either go for the individualized approach or the group program alone. So the individual program includes everything in the group program. So you still go through the group program as everybody else. But in addition to that, you have more an individualized program, including pre and post blood tests, 5 hours one-to-one coaching with myself, an hour's mindset mastery introduction with our mindset coach, and WhatsApp access to me for a 4-month duration of the program. So the group program alone or as part of the individual program is a 10-week group program. It includes 3 30-minute phone calls, daily emails to keep you on track throughout the 10 weeks, a weekly live, that should say Zoom Q&A, health tips and accountability in our private Facebook group. You have direct email access to me and you reply to my daily email each day. We provide you with the right support supplements. You have the Metabolic Guide, which outlines everything that you need to know about the program, and also a recipe guide so that you have some really great ideas on nutritious, tasty food. We also throw in some bonuses. So you're going to get 25 sachets of organic, healthy, reishi mushroom-infused coffee or green tea. We're also going to offer you lifetime access to the Facebook group. So there's going to be content in there ongoing as further rounds of the Metabolic Mastery go through, and you're entitled to lifetime access. The investment for the individual program is 1,997. And here's an outlay of the program over the 6 months as if you're scaling to base camp. And the Metabolic Mastery Group program is priced at 547 or 2 monthly payments of 299. So if you'd like to apply for the next round of the Metabolic Mastery, here's the link, metabolicmastery.co.uk. From there, you can answer a few questions. We want to know you better and make sure that we can provide for you the outcomes that you're looking to achieve. And from that, we will then have a call together and decide, whether we're the right fit for you, and if you feel that you're right to start the program in the next intake. I really hope you are. Look forward to speaking to you. And I'd love to answer any questions that you have now. So type them in the chat box. And if I can't answer them right now, I will get back to you individually or on that discovery call that we have together. Thank you very much for your time. And I look forward to seeing you soon.